every day of the week. When the world comes together, united as one, sharing stories through the eyes of InView TV. Through the eyes of, through the eyes of, through the eyes of InView TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Midday Muster with Danny Young. I am your host, Danny Young, and thanks for joining me on this beautiful Sunday. I'm here in Sydney and it's actually a gorgeous day outside, so it's it's a nice thing to happen in the middle of winter and everything else that's going on in the world, to at least have some sunshine. Today on the show, we are asking you, what DIY projects have you started lately? DIY, do it yourself. Anything interesting that you've started working on? Maybe you've finished working on something as well. It's definitely a time where people are looking more to see what they can achieve on their own rather than hiring someone else. And, picking up some hobbies, trying something different, learning something new. So what DIY projects have you been working on? I'd love to hear in the comments. Please let me know. We'll bring your comments up on the screen a little bit later in the show. My name is Danny. I am the host. I am a country singer and songwriter. I record music. I go on tour, which I haven't been doing lately for obvious reasons. And I'm an all-round country music lover, and that is why I decided to host the Midday Muster here on Facebook Live every Sunday. So DIY projects. Something that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks is not everyone knows this, but I actually work in TV outside of music. I've long been working as a video editor, a video journalist, a producer, and I decided I would use those skills and mix them with my music and actually direct, produce, and edit my own music video, which has been a really interesting project, a lot harder than I thought it would be, only because I got so into it and I'm like, wow, this is turning out even better than I expected. So I really need to perfect every little thing in it. And I've been working on it for a little while now, quite a while actually. And the awesome thing that I wanted to do, because we're all stuck at home, I can't go on tour, so I can't come and meet you guys. I can't see too many people at the moment either. So I wanted to do a collaboration with my audience, many of which are watching today, and people that come to my shows. I wanted to do a collaboration on a music video so that while we're isolated, we're feeling like a community and doing something together. And what we ended up doing is I asked for everyone to send in footage of their travels around Australia, and then I sat in front of a green screen at a TV studio and filmed myself and used all that footage to create a dreamlike journey around Australia with the help of my fans. And it's turned into a beautiful music video for Outback Lullaby, and I'd love to show it to you right now because it is brand new, hot off the press. And this is the first time it's been on Facebook. It is on YouTube. It'll be going up on Facebook probably tomorrow, but I wanted to give you guys, an exclusive sneak peek, first time on Facebook. So here is my new music video, my DIY project for Outback Lullaby.
I got miles up ahead and nothing but my thoughts. The radio's gone near my head. Sometimes there's nothing like a long drive to feel alright, better than any therapy. The night comes creeping overhead, the headlights dance among the red. The daylight's conceding, the moon is revealing an endless ceiling above, like a billion specks of dust. The stars light up the sky, an outback lullaby. wanna stop. Silence weaves a melody. I'm here on my own. It's strange, but I don't feel alone. Got a universe for company. It's times like this I open up my ears, and I fall in love with 50,000 years, where echoes still roam and footprints still linger, and stories I thought were a dream, they're right in front of me. And the land begins to sigh, an outback lullaby. What if all the world could see me now, soaking up the last of the heat, lying on the ground? I'll always remember this, when the city smoke gets back in my eyes, the moment I lost myself to the night sky, an outback lullaby.
Well, there it is. There's my DIY project I've been working on for the last 6 weeks or so. Thank you to everyone that sent in footage to help me make that possible. So many people sent in amazing videos from their travels around Australia, which made my job a lot easier. Well, we have a great guest coming up on the show today. We have Matt Ward, who will be chatting about his new single, and he'll be performing a song live for us on the show, and we'll get a sneak peek of his new music video. But first, let's take a look at what's happening in country music as we turn to the roundup. Sam Rockwell will be playing Merle Haggard in a new Amazon movie and will be doing his own singing. Merle Haggard famously went from prison inmate to country western star, a true to riches story. The Merle Haggard biopic will follow the singer's rise to fame as he makes strides in trying to become a better man and eventually a revered country music artist. It'll also dive into his romance with fellow singer Bonnie Owens. We don't know when the movie is likely to begin filming or be released, but it has been tipped as a potential Oscar contender. Miranda Lambert has hit #1 on the US Billboard charts with her song Bluebird, which is about the inner tranquility that helps you survive the hard times in life. The song is lifted from her 2019 album Wildcard and is her first Billboard #1 in 8 years. Cruising Country has officially been postponed until November next year, following uncertainty about COVID restrictions and bans on cruise ships entering international ports. The festival will be combined with the Rock the Boat cruise, with both country and rock festivals occurring simultaneously on a larger cruise ship. Lee Kernaghan, John Williamson and Troy Cassadaly will be joining Suzi Quatro and the Angels as headliners of the dual festival. Well, that's it for the roundup today. Let's move to our next segment where we invite artists to share the stories behind their new songs and perform them live. Matt Ward is an alternative country singer-songwriter from South Australia who's recently been in Sydney recording some new music and subsequently is now in 14-day self-isolation back home. Let's welcome Matt to the show.
trying to be a better man. No matter how hard I search for answers, I'll be dying before you take me off my land. And I'll be dying before you take me. I'll be dying before you shake me. I'll be dying before you break me. I'll be dying before you make me. 'Cause I'm trying just to be a better man. And I'll be dying before you take me off my land.
Hey, Matt, how's it going? Day 7 of self-isolation. How's that been treating you?
Hey Danny, how are you? Thanks for having me on the show. Yep, day 7 of self-quarantine. It's been interesting, a little bit Groundhog Day-ish, but yeah, only 7 to go, and I go back to work next week, and so hopefully that makes the time pass a little quicker. But I've had a lot of fun pottering around the house, writing some music, and enjoying the sunshine here in Adelaide.
So writing some music. So potentially the next record could be the fruit of isolation.
um, Potentially. So I'm actually halfway through recording my next album, which we could talk about. I guess we will. And I'm recording it through a studio in Texas. And I've got 4 songs down with them, and I need to complete another 4 or 5 songs, which we'll be doing remotely now. So tracks here earlier and sending them over, and then tuning into when the band puts down the bed tracks. And so yeah, everything's being done differently under COVID, so we're halfway there.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how you've been adapting, being in the middle of recording a new album. You've just been in Sydney working on some things. What were you getting up to in the studio in Sydney?
Yeah, as I was saying, halfway through the recording in Texas, but I did have this song that I really wanted to cut as a single. And the studio in Texas wasn't quite ready, and it was also a song that I thought Matt Fell could do a really good job with. Some of the other tunes that I've been recording are pretty Texas country, and this song is a little bit more Australian country, and along the lines of my last album, Heartland. And I thought Matt could do a really good job, and I was really fortunate. I applied for a grant from the South Australian government to record a single, and the single was called If I Was in Dallas Tonight, and it's actually there's some synergy with the song and not being able to get over to America and a delay in flights heading over to America, and so I just thought it would make sense to record this one in Australia. It'll be on my album, and so the album will have some mixed production there, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting time for artists, particularly artists that are in the middle of recording albums. We spoke to Andrew Swift last week, who said he'd recorded half of the album and had the other half of it still to go and wasn't sure when he'd be able to go and do it because he's obviously in lockdown in Melbourne. Sounds like you've been adapting. You've fast-tracked a song by doing it in Australia, and you're working remotely with people in Texas, which is very exciting. You've actually got a new song out already from the album, Tattoos, Trucks and Country Music. How did this one come together?
Yeah, I was heading to Americana Fest last year. I was doing a showcase for Sounds Australia at the Bluebird Cafe, which was hugely exciting in itself. And as I was heading over, a friend said, well, or even potentially somebody I work with said, you're going to record whilst you're in America. And of course, once that idea was in my head, it was like, difficult to get rid of because recording in America is a country music dream. So I reached out. I spent a fair bit of time in Texas a few years ago and have many friends there, musician friends. And I reached out to a couple who made some suggestions of some studios outside of Austin. And so a place called Yellow Dog Studios, which has had a long list of really great country artists record there, including Casey Musgraves and Chris Christopherson, and more recently Mike and the Moon Pies, and even Australia's own Abel Aiken recorded his last album and next album there as well. And so reached out to Dave there, and before I knew it, after a wild week in Nashville, I was over in Austin trying to pick up my vocals to record 4 songs. And so, halfway through, and we'll finish that off in the next few months.
Awesome. Well, we actually have a little sneak peek of the music video that's coming out for Tattoos, Trucks and Country Music. It's coming out this Thursday. What can we expect from the music video that we're about to see?
My latest single, Tattoos, Trucks and Country Music, and you can go check that out on Spotify or iTunes or Apple Music, whatever it's called these days. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek song about country music, about artists in country music. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. It's about all of us. It's as much about me as it is about anyone else. And it's really about the superficial part of country and Americana music rather than the music itself. So expect a bit of outlaw country, expect a bit of fairly simple, catchy song, and the video. I did that up in Gosford a couple of weeks ago with some New South Wales players, so expect some good-looking musicians on the video as well.
All right, let's take a little look at the sneak peek of Matt's new music video.
Everybody's going getting tattoos these days. I can't tell who is real and who is fake. But I've been working all night and all day. So get that attitude out of my face.
I like that. It's got a real good driving beat behind it, and I love the almost gospel sounding choir of female voices that come in on the ooh yeah. Sounds awesome. Can't wait to see the full clip.
Yeah, that's my friend Bonnie Montgomery, and she's from Arkansas. She's won Outlaw Country Artist of the Year before in America, and last couple of years running Americana Singer of the Year for Arkansas as well. And she's based out of Texas now, but she's an opera singer. During COVID, she's been writing an opera. It's like serious talent. It's like fair enough. So that's a good DIY project. Write an opera.
Write an opera. That sounds quite difficult. Right. You're going to sing something for us today. I've got your guitar handy already, as I can see. What song do you feel like playing for us today?
My apologies. I'm not going to play Tattoos, Trucks and Country Music because it definitely needs a full band to give it that driving feel. So, and there's not too much I do in that song apart from play 3 chords and sing "Oh yeah." So, for this format, decided to play what will be released, not for a while yet, but it's the song that I recorded with Matt Phil a couple of weeks ago, and it's called "If I Was in Dallas Tonight."
So we could say this is a Midday Muster exclusive then of the new single, the next new single.
It is, absolutely. Certainly new since it's gone through the production exercise and we've recorded it. So, and it won't be released till next year sometime. So, but I just really like the song, so I'm going to continue to play it. Yeah.
Wow, this is like a 6-month sneak preview.
That's right. I'm probably breaking all the rules of good music management. I'm not sure, but I just like the song, so I'd like to play it.
Stuff the rules. I can't wait to hear it.
Cool. And this song's called "If I Was in Dallas Tonight." Do you want me to tell you a bit about the song, or do we hook back on that afterwards, or?
Whatever you feel like.
No worries. So, a bit of a story behind this one. I was flying to Nashville for Americana Fest, and last September, and all the fires were starting in Sydney way back in September, and so there was lots of crosswinds at the airport, and all the flights were delayed really strong crosswinds, and so I was delayed by 24 hours in Sydney on my way to Dallas, and I went out that night and had a really good night, and met someone that night, which was a lot of fun. Since stayed in touch, and so this tells that story. So yeah, bit of a story to it, and the album will be about all my travels in Texas and Australia, and that sort of combination of Australian and Texas country music. So it fits really nicely as a hook for my future albums. So that's where it's coming from.
Great, let's
give
it a listen.
This is called If I Was in Dallas Tonight. I hate the early warning. Paperwork's in line. The radar spells a warning. Better leave this town in time. I'm always chasing something. The Nashville neon dreams. But sometimes out of nowhere, something brings you to your knees. And the crosswinds blew me to you. The sickening got it right. I wouldn't have even known you if I was in Dallas tonight. So they put me up in Masco with 24 hours to kill. I could just put my feet up or head out for some thrills. I met you at the courthouse when judgment came that day. Even though I was leaving,
Coming back to you, Danny.
heart was here to stay. Crosswinds blew me to you. The sickening got it right. I wouldn't have even known you if I was in Dallas tonight. The winds that blew right through me were the winds that brought the fire. They wouldn't have even shown me if I was in Dallas tonight. Crosswinds blew me to you. The sickening got it right. I wouldn't have even known you if I was in Dallas tonight. The winds that blew right through me were the winds that brought the fire. They wouldn't have even shown me if I was in Dallas tonight. If I was in Dallas tonight. If I was in Dallas tonight.
Woohoo! Oh, fantastic. What a great story that is.
Song, but that's okay. What's that?
What a fantastic story that is. It's a great way to it's a great opening line at a bar even. Hey, I was meant to be in Dallas tonight, but instead I'm here talking to you.
That's right. So yeah, it was good.
Sounds like you had a very memorable night to inspire that song. So I wanted to ask you, have you been taking up any DIY projects in the last couple of months? Maybe especially since you've been in self-isolation.
Yes. So listen, I've done a bit of gardening. That's not DIY per se. I cleaned the windows because my family was coming around and they couldn't see me through the windows because they were so dirty. So I cleaned the windows. I think that was important. But I've done a lot of cooking. I've done dried a whole bunch of fruit, and I've What else have I done? I made broth. So apparently broth is meant to make you very healthy. So I made a big batch of chicken broth, and I've made a curry, and I'll be making a big batch of pasta tonight. So not huge DIY, but I've been busy in quarantine.
Sounds like you've been learning some new recipes and maybe experimenting a little bit in the kitchen, which is the perfect thing to do right now.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see what some of
And I've written a
our
couple of songs as
audience
well.
at home have been doing. Leave us a comment. What DIY projects have you taken up lately? We'll bring your comments up on the screen if you let us know what you've been working on. Meanwhile, Matt and I are going to write a song live based on your comments. So, Matt, I think we need to figure out some guitar chords to get this thing going.
No worries.
Got
Do you want to
anything
kick
in
off?
mind, or should I make something up?
I'll let you make something up initially.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've done a few in E for the last couple of weeks, so let's keep it really simple. You know, country songs, 3 chords and the truth.
I'm down with that.
Maybe we should do... I love singing in G, so I'm going to say let's stick with the key of G today.
It's the only key. Do we have any comments? Here we go.
All right, I'm not seeing any audience comments come up yet. Come on, guys, leave us a suggestion. We need to know what we're going to write about today. Let me see if I can find anything on the Facebook page. I can see there's 13 comments here. They're talking about how great Matt is. Oh, I can see some suggestions. Brendan Smoother says he's been fixing the espresso machine, which is pretty nice. What else have we got? Kaz Johnson is crocheting a rug and still working on it.
What colours, Kaz?
Michelle Little says she's been painting an old piano she got for free at school. She's painting it white and adding some musical touches with the students from her classes. That's pretty cool. All right, there's some really interesting and diverse suggestions there to make song lyrics out of. William Thompson says, I've been doing the only thing I know how, making docos, videos and taking photos, but his cooking has suffered because of it. All right, we're getting some very interesting suggestions here. So what do you think we should start with, Matt? Maybe we should start with your suggestion of cooking.
All right, let's do it. That's a yes.
That's a yes. Excellent. All right, so...
Does that mean...
You got any melody ideas, or should we just figure it out?
Wow, I've never done this live on Facebook before.
All right, here we go. I'm going to come up with something. So your suggestion is you've been cooking, learning some new recipes. I've been stuck at home by myself, so I'm... Go to a C maybe. I've been stuck at home all by myself. I finally took a cookbook off the shelf. Something like that. Spraying the weeds. All right, so I like that first line. I've been stuck at home all by myself.
All right.
I'm dusting off the cookbook. I finally fixed the shelf. That could be a suggestion to rhyme with all by myself. You liking that one?
All right, what about this first line? So taking your line, but just changing up a little bit. So stuck at home alone. Something like that. Stuck at home alone. I've been looking to
finding something
probably
new.
getting a little bit too fancy. Thinking about recipes for life and thinking about getting
Ooh,
the right
recipes for
things
life.
and recipes to make life and the spice of life. So stuck at home
I like that. I
alone.
think I want to go in that direction for the chorus. I think the chorus should be about, you know, doing it yourself, taking control, finding the right recipe for life by testing it out yourself. But I think maybe the verse should be listing off a few things that are DIY projects, and we can use some of those audience suggestions for that.
Cool, great idea.
All right, so your melody was a little bit different to start with. So it was, I've been stuck at home. And then you went to the C, all by myself, something like that. Is that how you
Yeah,
were going?
that's nice and simple. Yeah. Getting home alone,
Stuck at home alone,
cooking by myself. At
cooking by
home
myself.
alone, cooking by myself. Finding all
Finally
those old
cleaned the
books
windows.
I've been meaning to grab off the shelf. How about that?
What did you say you
Stuck
grabbed
it,
off the shelf?
all those old books.
All those
So
old
also,
books.
I've been meaning to read. Stuck at home alone, cooking by myself. I'm finding all those old books and pulling them off the shelf.
I like it.
Don't know.
I really
All
like
right,
the
that's my
idea of
verse.
saying, I finally cleaned the windows so I
Next
can let the
verse.
sunlight in.
I got to. All right. Let me just
So
nail
the
that one.
words are
Stuck
coming up
at
on the
home
screen
alone.
next to us.
What's that?
As we write it, the words are coming up, so we don't remember, we don't forget them.
Ah, beautiful. I did not notice that. And maybe
Yeah.
what we could do is I could sing the first verse and you can sing the second verse. How does that sound?
Okay, that sounds great.
Sorry, I'm getting way too complicated, and it could be about two people in isolation listing off all those DIY projects, and then the chorus comes back about
Oh,
them being in isolation, but them both simultaneously thinking about the recipe for life to how to make them come together. That's a good idea.
okay. Well, we've got about 10 minutes to achieve that. So
Okay.
let's
All right.
let's get
Stuck
moving with
at
that.
home alone, cooking by myself. I'm pulling all those old books out off the dusty shelf. Put dusting, cooking by, stuck at home alone, cooking by myself. I'm dusting off those old books off the old and dusty bookshelf. All right, something like that.
Off the top of the bookshelf.
Dusting,
You never reach them because they're up the top.
dusting those old books off the top of the bookshelf. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so those are your two lines. Do I then do the next two lines?
Yeah, let's go for that. That'll be cool.
All right, let's see. What suggestions have we got? Kaz says she's writing a novel about the recipe book her mum left her. That's pretty
That's
cool. Brendan suggested flicking through the pages for the perfect recipe.
Nice.
Baked an apple strudel, making curries. Oh, I've got so many suggestions. The top of the bookshelf. Do we want to keep going with the cooking theme? Maybe we should.
Yeah. Yeah, let's stick with the cooking.
I'm trying my mom's recipes, but trying my mom's recipes. That line's inspired by Kaz. I'm trying out mom's recipes, but trying something new. Trying my mom's recipes, but adding something new.
Nice.
Trying to make the flavor that reminds me of you.
That's good.
Getting a bit too. You like it?
No, it's all good. That's a yes.
Okay. Trying my mom's recipes, but adding something new. Trying to make the flavor that reminds me of you. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. I think that's where we need to go next. Maybe that's like a pre-chorus. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na. Then we go to like a chorus on the G.
Yeah. So are you going C, D
Okay.
then?
Yep. So C back to G, and then like a D, something like that. Okay. Trying to make the flavor that reminds me of you. Um,
All right. Stuck in a hole. I can't see all the words. Stuck in a hole. Ain't cooking up. Dusting
so your
off
lines
the
are
old book.
stuck at home alone, cooking by myself. I'm dusting off those old books from the top of the bookshelf. Oh wait, from the top of the
Dusting
shelf.
off the old books from the top of my bookshelf.
Yeah, I think that
All
works
right.
well, leading to my lines.
My apologies. I'm just going to have to rest something up against the screen so I can see it all. The beauties of live TV. There we go.
All right, so we got
That's good.
stuck at home alone, cooking by myself, dusting off those old books from the top of the shelf,
All right, I'm
trying
going to
my
change.
mind,
Go.
adding something new, trying to make the flavor that reminds me of you. It's really tempting to go in the direction of Paul Kelly's How to Make Gravy and just start listing off ingredients, but we should probably not do that. It reminds me of you. Come on, give us the next line, guys. Making curries, listening to country radio. Interesting line.
Listen reminds me of you. Listen to the way, listen to the radio. So maybe we could bring in listening to the radio.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but listening to you on my radio.
Okay.
So
this person's a singer that we're singing about.
What's that?
If we wanted to go really, cliche country, we could say something like listening to my daddy's radio.
Listening to my daddy's radio. Dun, 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 dun.
Radio.
Listening to my daddy's radio.
Daddy's radio.
I'm thinking of you as you. Dun, 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 dun.
When the pot is boiling, I know it's time to go.
What's that?
When the pot is boiling, I know it's time to go.
Nice. Listening to my daddy's radio. And when the cooking's done, and the cooking's done. When the cooking's done, and something's done. I know it's time to go. That's it. Listening to my daddy's radio. And when the cooking's done, then something's
When I put it on the table,
I know it's time to go. Sorry.
Missing our favourite song is a suggestion from Renee. Listening to my daddy's radio.
Listen to my daddy's
Cooking up
radio.
I miss the way you'd always know the perfect spices to add. I don't know. Listen to my daddy's radio.
Cooking's done just like your mom. I know it's time to go. Maybe it's about an old guy.
Cooking's done just like your mum. Is that what you said?
Yeah. The cooking's done just like your mum. I know it's time to go.
Your mum?
I don't know. I'm stuck on that one. Maybe we should move on to the next line and come back.
Maybe you need to move away.
All right, let's just put something in there that makes sense. So, listening to my daddy's radio. I kind of like the one I suggested before, when the pot is boiling. I know it's time to go. It creates a bit of a visual.
Okay.
So when the pot is boiling, know it's time. Know it's time to go. All right, so we need a chorus now. We've got 5 minutes to come up with a chorus. So we've ended up on the G. So where do we need to go for the start of a chorus? Probably to the C.
It's time to go. Yep. I'm missing you.
So something like, I miss the way your kisses taste. That's why we're trying to come up with a perfect recipe.
Missing you, missing you, and looking for the perfect recipe, or something like that.
I'm missing you, and I'm. I want to marry those two lines up. I want to get to, I'm missing you, and I'm like trying to recreate the way that kissing you tastes.
Yes, that's good. Missing you, I've been missing you, kissing.
I've been missing you, and I can't replace the way that kissing you tastes.
Nice, well done. I'm missing you, and I can't replace. Go.
I think maybe the melody needs to go up a bit higher, so this feels like a chorus.
Yeah.
I'm missing you and I can't replace the way that kissing you tastes.
That's good.
So we've got, just before that,
Listen to my daddy's radio. When the pot is boiling, I know it's time to go. I'm missing you and I can't. I'm missing you and I can't replace the way that kissing you tastes.
So you're still doing. Are you doing C?
This is what happens in
D?
15 minutes. We end up with some interesting lines, but you know, it all works. It's proof that we can do anything, and you can sing anything.
So you're still going the C, the D, kissing you taste, to E minor.
So walking down to the E minor after the G.
Yep.
I'm missing you and I can't replace the way that kissing you tastes.
And now we just
and then
need
we
the
just
last
like
note.
tag there.
Yeah, absolutely. Listening to the radio when the pie is boiling, I know it's time to go. I'm missing you and I can't replace. I can't read the words on the screen.
The way the kissing you tastes. Kaz has written us a great line.
Oh.
Life can be sweet and sour. I like the idea of sweet and sour.
Can you still
Keith
see
wrote,
that?
looking for life's recipe. Renee has suggested a little tweak for our second line of the chorus. So I'm missing you and I can't replace the way kissing you used to taste. That actually makes the rhyme a bit better.
So I'm missing you and I can't replace the way kissing you used to taste. I'm missing you and I can't replace the way kissing you used to taste.
That rhymes better. Thank you, Renee.
Well done, Renee. Showing your scholarship experience there.
It's sweet and sour. It's sweet and sour, but that's the way life is.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour memories.
Sweet and sour. Memories doesn't seem to flow off the tongue.
Okay.
It's sweet and sour and da. So, listen to my daddy's radio. When the party's boiling, I know it's time to go. I'm missing you, and I can't replace the way kissing you used to taste. Sweet and sour. I'm not doing very well there. Sweet and sour by the hour. Sweet and
So
sour.
yeah.
That's okay. Challenging.
Sweet and sour, but that's the way life goes.
Is there a rhyme there?
Nope.
Sweet
Sweet and sour. Chili powder.
and by the hour. Sweet and sour.
In these lonely hours is a suggestion.
Yes, nice. Yes. Sweet and sour is lonely. That's good. Listen to my daddy's radio. When the party's boiling, I know it's time to go.
I'm missing you, and I can't replace the way you used to taste. Sweet and sour in these lonely hours. Ba-da-na-da-na-na. Maybe something like that.
Yep. Sweet and sour and lonely hours. Sweet and sour and lonely hours. I'm missing. I can't make it.
I think we need to bring it back with this tag to cooking or recipe or flavor. Something like bring it back to what the whole song's been about, which is cooking.
That's true.
Okay.
Some cooking. Sweet and sour and lonely hours. My mind's gone blank.
Oh, we've got a suggestion from our producer, Bruce. It says, and it's ours. It's sweet and sour in the lonely hours.
And this recipe is only ours, or something like that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nice.
The recipe's only ours.
And this recipe is only ours. We go, yeah. We go around.
Yeah, and then it needs a little something.
Sweet and sour in the only ours. This recipe is only ours. But I'll keep cooking until I'm seeing you. This recipe is only ours.
Sweet and sour in the lonely hours. This recipe is only ours.
And this recipe is only ours. And I can't wait to.
And I can't get it right without you.
Oh, beautiful. I was going to say,
Yeah,
it don't taste
right
right
in the
without
field.
I was going to say, it don't taste right without you. Is that what you said?
Oh, I said I can't get it right without you.
Yeah, okay. So there's that.
Which one do you like
It don't
better?
taste right without, or it don't taste right without you. That's got the recipe theme, but
Yeah, okay. So
maybe we need to vote on that one.
Recipe is only ours. But it just don't taste right without you.
It's just not tasting right without you. It's just not tasting right without you.
I feel like it just don't taste right. Maybe sings easier than tasting.
Just don't taste right without you. That's fine. Yeah. Poor grammar, but
Okay.
that's fine. Country.
I think we need to sing through this whole thing now. We've got a verse and a chorus. Here's our song for the day. Thank you, everyone that sent in some great lines to help us along. Can we remember how the start went? So it was in G.
Of course it was G. I'm not sure we've got the same rhythm, but we'll give it a go.
Cooking by myself. dusting off those old books. I
Stuck
think that's
at
roughly how it went.
home.
All right,
Stuck
take
at
it away, Matt.
home alone, I'm cooking by myself. I'm dusting old books from the rickety old shelf.
I'm trying my mom's recipes, but adding something new. Try to make the flavor that reminds me of you.
Listen to my daddy's radio. When the pot is boiling, I know it's time to go.
I'm missing you, and I can't replace the way kissing you used to taste. It's sweet and sour in the lonely hours. Recipe is only ours, and it just don't taste right
Just don't
without
taste
you.
right without you. That's pretty good.
Something like that. Did we
I
get
think
that
we should
chorus
keep
right, or
working on
did?
this.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
totally
I think
should
you
after the
did.
show.
Yeah, because you had indicated you wanted to go up in melody, and I was just watching where you went with that. It's just whether we go around down to that E minor twice or not. But I think we've got something to work with.
Yeah, I'm questioning that too. That chord progression doing it twice takes away the impact. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's all we've got time for on the Midday Muster today. But look at that. We've got another awesome song created live on the show with the help of our audience and with the help of Matt Ward this week. Thank you so much for doing this, because I know this is very scary. Some artists have said no when I've suggested this to them.
Oh, really?
So thank you for taking a chance of writing a song live under pressure with some suggestions from the audience. I think it's turned out great, and we should definitely finish this one off. Have a little tweak and
Absolutely.
add another verse maybe.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, and thanks to your audience. And yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You are very welcome. And I'm trying to find my little script for the show. Oh, here we go. All right. So thank you everyone that sent in a comment today. That is all we have time for here on the Midday Muster. Oh, thank you, Michelle, for those clap emojis. Thanks for spending your lunch break with me on this Sunday. Hope you're staying safe and healthy wherever you are. Thank you to our guest, Matt Ward, and to InView TV and Bruce Mott for producing today's episode. My name's Danny Young, and I will see you next time on the Midday Muster.
It's all about beauty. It's all about passion. It's all about change. It's all inclusive. Every day I